Hi everyone, this is Jennifer from Fulgham Farm. Today was a really great day. Mikola and Oliver took a field trip to my school, which is a kindergarten through second grade school, and then we headed over to my grandson's pre-K school. I think I presented a lesson. I read a book, I introduced the Bucklings, and we talked goat facts. And I think, oh gosh, I can't think of how many classes my school has, but for a good solid 2 hours, I think I did rotations and presented a little lesson about goats to the boys and girls. It just put a smile on everyone's face, and it was just a lot of fun to share that experience about raising goats. And so I just wanted to share a little bit of how that day went today, so take a look. Mikola and Oliver's first day of school. Are you ready to read the books? Yeah, pick you out one. What a good boy. Already have a love of learning. Goats. Oh, do you want to read over? Okay. And after we are done reading, at the end of the book, it's going to ask a few questions to see if you are really great listeners, okay? So listen to the facts. Let's get to know goats. Goats are curious and smart. They learn quickly and are full of energy, and they live together in groups.
Wow.
They don't like to be by themselves. Goats can be different sizes and colors. They can have long hair or short hair. Some have big floppy ears, and some have smaller ears that stick up. They also have all kinds of different horns, and some have no horns. Goats may look different, but goats have the same parts. They have, I can't do this with my hand, they have ears and they have horns. They have hair and hooves, and some goats have wattles. It's a little piece of skin that hangs from their beard. But my goats don't have wattles, but some of my pigs have wattles. Some goats live in the wild, and some goats live where?
In the farm.
At a farm. And like Oliver and Mikola, they live at a farm. But Oliver and Mikola, because they're bottle babies, and I don't want to have to wake up in the middle of the night and go out to the outside in their little barn, so they stay inside. They're in the house.
Michael, kind of live in the farm.
Do you know that goats can be useful to people? Yeah, milk. So female goats make milk, and on the farm people collect the milk and they use it, they can drink it. We did a taste test. Some people were like, I don't like goat milk, but my children did a little taste test, and I had regular cow milk and I had goat milk, and they did not guess it right. They thought the goat milk was cow milk, and they thought the cow milk was goat milk, and it was really good. Everybody likes it, but you can also use it to make cheese or soap. And some goats, you can use their hair to make cozy sweaters and blankets.
And
Goats don't stay in one place for long. They move around for their meals, and they graze in the fields. In the wild, they also find shrubs and other plants to browse. On a farm, do you know what they're fed on a farm? Hay or grain. We feed both of ours hay and grain, but Oliver and Mikola aren't old enough for hay and grain yet. Do you know what they eat?
milk.
They drink their milk. Some goats help people by eating. They eat plants that people don't want. They also eat dry plants that could catch fire. This helps keep wildfires from spreading. And some goats eat plants that people don't like Do you know what plant that people don't like? They don't want it growing in their gardens or their flower beds. Weeds. And so goats are good for eating those weeds. That's actually why we first got goats, is we had lots of stuff for them to eat. And so that's why we got them. So, some goats are kept as backyard pets. These are some fun facts. Goat moms usually have 1 to 4 babies at one time. Just like Oliver and Mikola were born at the same time. They were twins. And I've had one of my goats at my farm had triplets last year. That means 3 baby goats at one time. But the record, the most babies the goat has ever had is 7 babies at one time. In Morocco, goats climb trees to eat fruits on branches. And I don't know if you can see where my pinky finger is. They're all up in a tree. I had another book that had the same picture up bigger. I wish I had brought it. I didn't realize this was in here. Male goats use their horns for, what do you think they, fighting? A female goat is called a doe. So if a female goat is a doe, what do you think baby girls are called? Doelings. Doelings. And a male goat is called a buck. So what do you think? I said they're bucklings. And then, do you know what baby goats are called?
What? Cats.
We know baby cats are called kittens. Baby dogs are called puppies. Baby fox, when they have a baby, foxes, yeah. When a fox has babies, they're called kits. Is that right? Baby lion has cubs. So what are baby goats called? Kids. A kid can stand up just a few minutes after it's born. Kids stay close to their mother. The mother goat makes milk for her kids to drink. As the kids get older, they stay with their mother's herd. The kids start to eat plants, and they look for food with the other goats.
Wow.
Did you know that goats are really good jumpers? They jump over streams. They jump to get from one rock to another. Young goats also jump when they play.
And that's a long time.
Yeah, it was. Goats are good climbers too. They stay on their feet on rocky mountain cliffs, and they can even climb on people. Did you know that some people pay to go to goat yoga?
I know.
They do the yoga poses while goats climb on their backs.
I used to go to kitty yoga.
Would go with baby kids. During the day, goats may rest or nap. At night, it's time to sleep. They snuggle together until morning comes, and then they start a new day. And this says sometimes people put clothes on goats to keep them warm. And I may have done this before myself,
That's kind of funny.
even though Mr. Pitchum doesn't like it. So, all right, here is some things that we have read about, and we're going to use hints to figure out what's in the picture. So, number 1 right here. This is a group of goats that live together. Who remembers what a group of goats that live together is called? If you know it, just everybody say it. Herd. Good, listening. Goats jump from one of these to another.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, you're such good listeners. Number 3. Some male goats use these to fight. Horse. Number 4. These are baby goats.
Kids.
This is the smartest group of children I've ever seen. Number 5. Huh? It's these awesome teachers. Number 5. Goats eat a lot of this. Weeds. And 6. This keeps a goat warm. Their hair. See their hair on number 6. I can't. My fingers aren't long enough to reach it. All right. And then So this picture down here shows, it says that, it says hoofs. They're hard, the hard covering on the feet of some animals. Now, a while ago, Oliver didn't like me to touch his hoof. But, so this is his hoof, and they split apart, and this is why they're such good climbers, because they can almost kind of grab a hold of something. He's not liking me to touch it. But, did you know that their hooves, yeah, he said no, don't touch it. Their hooves have to be trimmed just like your fingernails and toenails. We have to trim their hooves because they grow. Like he could probably even use them, even though he's just a week old, he could probably already use a little hoof trimming. So what questions do y'all have about baby goats or goats? You got a question?
Yeah, what is that goat always say?
Is he scared? Maybe he likes you. Yeah. What's your question, buddy?
I just wondering, how old is he in like goat years?
Well, I don't,
Goat time.
it's probably a little bit like dog years.
So like,
But he would still, if he was a dog, he would still be just a puppy. Maybe a month old in dog years. Because they live about 12 years or so. I'll have to look that up, but something like that. What's your question, babe?
How old do they definitely not?
About 12, I think. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna have to look up the average of how long they live, but probably 12 or 15, something like that, years old. What's your question, Kinley?
When they get older, do they eat like can you let them eat people food?
Okay, here's the people food they can eat. Like they like raisins, they like animal crackers. I'm trying to think what, just, you know, a little cracker, things like that, they love. They love their grain, they love corn. They love it when we, you know, get some leaves. Like when Mr. Fulgham gets out the chainsaw and cuts down a tree, they get so excited because they know they're about to get fresh leaves. That's their favorite thing. And they eat really, really fast. But some people say goats will eat anything, but that's not true. They don't, you know, that's kind of a wives' tale that they don't just eat everything. So they don't go around eating tin cans and things like that. And there's some things that's not safe for them to eat too. What's your question, Chloe?
Why do they grow horns?
Well, some of our goats don't have horns. Our dairy goats do not have horns. Any goats that you milk, you have them taken off when they're babies. But these guys will grow their horns. It helps them to regulate their body temperature. It helps them in the summer not get too hot. And they also use them for protection. They use their horns to fight other goats sometimes. So, for protection. I had one of our dogs we brought home a new goat one day, and he has big horns, and one of our dogs started chasing him, and he took his horns and that dog never bothered him again. What's your question?
Do his eyes always stay closed as a baby?
Do they always stay closed? No, they're just closed right now because he's asleep, just like when you're asleep. Yeah. So we appreciate you guys watching. We hope that you enjoyed today's video of us sharing the goat experience with, oh gosh, I don't even know, probably 500 boys and girls and adults too that, you know, just lit up when they saw them. That's our hope here on this channel as well, is that we can educate and we can share our learning and our you know, the fun, the blessed parts of farming and the hard parts of farming. But we just thank you guys again for watching and subscribing. That helps us greatly, and we appreciate y'all. So keep on learning.